lucky today. Phoebe, I can't believe it. We're finally on the show together. I have been a friend of yours and a follower of the Dress Fiend. It's like welcome to the show.
Thank
I,
you so much for having me.
I first want to talk about where you're sitting. Where are you?
Okay, so I made one of the rooms in the house my thrifted boutique. So we have my friend, the Dress Fiend mannequin here. I had a little shirt made, and I could do a little circle of this if you want, Tina. So I made an entire room.
Yes, do the circle. Come on, show us
Okay, I'm going to take this off right now. We'll give you a little tour. So,
right. Uh-oh, we lost her. Well, we lost her, and she's.
Oh, no, I'm back.
Okay, you're back.
I got too excited to show you the boutique, Tina.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we have shoe wall. We have all my coats because I'm also a coat fiend. Here's all this. Oh,
show
here's
me your
the cat.
shoes.
Hi, kitty.
Yeah, show me the shoes. Oh my God, racks and racks. You know, it's like some people would call it your walk-in closet, but this is your boutique. This is where she shops. So tell me, get up in the morning and you walk in and you say,
I go, hi, friends. So my clothes are my children because I don't have any, and they are my best friends. So, Tita, we walk in every day. I go, hey, friends, who do we want to be today? Who do we feel like being? And I know it's silly, but you know, we have to find small joys in life. And this is my creative outlet. It's where I have fun. Some days I'm wild, artsy. Other days I want to be classic 1960s or 1950s.
Yeah. Okay, so those are my eras. So zoom in on your dress. That's a Keith Haring.
Yeah, so it's a Keith Haring skirt with a matching top that I was able to find separately. So I have an obsession, and I will search until I find things. I have been eyeing this top and this skirt, and I actually have the long version of this that's sequin that I found secondhand, and that cost $1,500, the sequin skirt, but you know I got it for $150. I did not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it has new tags. So I will look until I find things, and that's just my obsession.
Well, and you know what a good obsession. So I have my sustainable outfit on. I have a Ben Sherman shirt that cost me nothing because it was a hand-me-down.
Love it.
I have a bow tie that I got at a thrift store for $1.50.
Making me proud, Tina. I love that.
I know. All right, so we've talked about this. You and I are going to go shopping, and we're going to get complimentary outfits.
Yes, we should. I think wouldn't that be fun?
It would be fun. It would be totally fun. It's a bit, more fun than a lunch. Let's go shopping a little bit. So wait, now before we go on to anything else, you have 2 pairs of shoes that I want you to show everybody.
Okay.
These are awesome.
I like to collect art clothes, and I will show you that collection later. And I like to collect art shoes. So I love Roy Lichtenstein. So we've got our pop art wow shoes that are all glittery. And the funny thing is I have a top to match this, of course.
And did you plan that, or did it just kind of happen?
No, I found the top 10 years ago. It's a vintage wow pop art top, like a little crop top one. And then I found these probably 2.5 years ago.
And so then the outfits become complete.
And I always tell people, manifest things. Put it out there, what you want to find. A lot of my followers go, I can never find this. I'm like, yes, you can. Put it out there. It will happen. So I also love Jackson Pollock. I love abstract expressionism. So this is called Party Like Pollock. So we've got a paintbrush that goes around, and it does the whole painting there. So I love them.
The height is like, I don't know how you even walk in those shoes. I'll look at them.
I know.
I'm not.
Well, after this 2 years of being basically home, I put on a pair of really high heels the other day. I was like, I almost fell over.
I'm into lesbian comfort shoes. That's like,
I love it. Good for you.
You can tell me coming. You can, because I got my comfortable shoes on.
I'll just show you. I have a pair of disco ball shoes. They're tennis shoes.
Geez.
You want to see them?
Yes, I want to see them.
Okay. So these are my version of comfort shoes, Tina. I think you're going to like them. Okay. So if Phoebe is going to do tennis shoes, she is going to do
Oh my goodness.
Sparkly Gucci tennis shoes that I also found thrifting.
Ah, that's so good.
Aren't
All right,
these
so
fun?
you got some new things. Those are fabulous. So now there's some new things that are happening,
Yeah.
and that I want to sign up. It's like you got thrift. Tell me, just tell me. You tell.
Sure. So if people are interested, I launched mystery boxes about 3 months ago. Those were wildly successful. I was blown away by that. And I'm rolling that back out. So I put that on there. People can email me if they want them. I'm going to, instead of once a month, but people, if they are interested in finding really cool things and buying it off me, I'm going to do Instagram live sales. I do it once a month, but I'm actually going to start doing it twice a month. And I get all different sizes. It's not just my size. I
Oh, okay.
all
So
different sizes.
Cool. And then, maybe we could put your email up here.
Perfect.
Okay.
We'll do those on Thursdays. And again, accessories too, I will do. And then workshops are going to launch in about a month.
So tell me about a workshop. Is it you're teaching people how to thrift or to sustainable, or what is it?
My whole goal for 2022 is to really take what I've been doing for the last 10 years and sharing that with people. I have for years been asked, how do you thrift? What do you look for? Is there a method? What should I have my eye out for? And so all these things that I've been telling people for years, I'm going to put into a workshop. And the first one is going to be basically Thrifting 101. It's all the stuff that people wonder I'm going to teach. And it's going to be a Zoom based because I want this one to be interactive. I want people to ask questions. I want us to talk. I want people to come, even if you have a dress form or not, but come with pieces. And then going forward, I get a lot of people who ask about style too, because I'm also a stylist. I do one-on-one styling consultations with people via Zoom. I'll start doing more in home also. But, every month I'm going to do a new workshop, and I'm really excited about this. So we'll launch in about a month.
We have a video. You're talking about style. I want to show this video if we can, because this is like screaming style. And then when we come back, I want to talk about history of, I'll tell a little bit about my thrifting, and then you could tell yours. Okay. Play it. Okay, I like that groove. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about my thrifting and where that started. In 1992, I lost everything.
Okay.
And had no income and had 3 kids, and I would have to buy them clothes at thrift stores, and I didn't want them to know that we were so poor. So
yeah,
I'd go to the thrift stores and buy the most expensive starch that I could buy.
Yeah.
And I would iron them and fold them and put pins on them like they were new.
Aww.
So that they would have the feeling of something new. And they got great things, and they were perfectly pressed and ironed. And that's, and then I stuck with it. It's like I found such great things.
Yeah.
Why go back? And then the shame of going to a thrift store just dissolved. And it's like, now it is so positive. And I know you have a very similar story. So what's your story?
Tina, I love that. And it's similar. We grew up with a single mom. Love you, Deb. We would thrift. And not only would we get things secondhand, but we would buy fabric. So my mom was an expert seamstress, and she would often make a lot of my clothes too. So we would go look for those luxurious fabrics. And I was embarrassed when I was young because kids are mean, and you think, well, I wish I was like that, family that had money. And I wasn't. That's okay. And she planted the seed, that seed for a good eye to find excellent things like fabric and things that were well made. And that seed of looking for just, unique items and thrifting and how to spot a deal. And that really carried on into junior high. I had a brief period in high school where I kind of got away from it because it's high school, and that's another story. Yeah. But I fell back in love. It allows you to be one of a kind and creative, and you have to think outside the box because things are not going to be laid out for you when you go in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well, you
absolutely love
work
it.
for it. You know, it's like it's not like you walk in and here's the designer section. Well, they'll have designer sections now, but back in the day, it was just thrown in with everything.
Yep.
$2, 50% off Wednesday.
Yep.
And you know, it's like finding all that stuff. And now it is you're finding new things with the tags still on.
Yeah.
You said the $1,500 sequin dress for 150 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, that happens to me all the time. So, especially with COVID, there's thrifting online. This is the stuff what I'm going to do, kind of my thrifting 101 and thrift tips. You could go to thrift stores, but you can also thrift online now. And it's amazing the stuff that you can find online, for example, Poshmark, and you can go in and place a bid. So I bid low and then work my way up with these people on Poshmark.
Uh-huh. So I don't know about online thrifting. I've
Oh,
only
Tita,
so
that's
I
another
don't know.
conversation. We could have lunch just on that.
So there's several sites. Do you just look for what would you search for?
Okay, so
Online thrifting or
yeah, so they're all apps. So my number one is Poshmark.
mm,
Love Poshmark. Okay.
okay.
And you could type in, for example, this brand is Alice and Olivia. Alice and Olivia, Keith Haring, right there. So
Okay.
then I can see what pops up and I can kind of maneuver that. It's a whole game. So I'll teach you
Oh,
how to do all that.
you're really doing the search by designer and
Mm-hmm.
by title of the thing. So if you know you want Liechtenstein shoes, you size whatever it is.
Yeah.
They are starting to find what you need. And
Yeah.
do you find that the prices are higher on these online places compared to going into a thrift store?
It depends. So if I want something designer, like I have a couple really nice designer purses.
Let me show you. Let me see. Go get them.
Okay. All right.
So she's getting her designer purses that she opened it up and there was $20 bill in it.
So
And
I'm going to give you a couple examples. I think these are really good tips. Okay.
okay.
So this is a classic Bottega Veneta, which is about now probably a $3,500 purse. I got it for $700, but I had some trade. I got it on a site called The Real Real. The Real Real is your luxury items that you go. It's an app.
Okay,
And
so
I
I've
waited
seen
for this
commercials. I've seen some commercials for them, The Real
yeah,
Real.
amazing, and all of it's authenticated. I had wanted this for a long time, and when I finally got to a place, this is my investment piece. It's classic. It will never go out of fashion. That's another tip. Invest in things that are classic. So that's a good one. I waited for it to go on sale. So you just heart things, and then you wait for it to go on sale. I'm going to give another tip. If somebody wants something designer, Tina, but you kind of want time to pay it off. So this is a beautiful Louis Vuitton red purse. I love it. It has the matching wallet and everything. I got this at a local store called Article Consignment. You can actually do layaway. So I put 30% down, had 2 months to pay it off. I sold, used my trade. So I basically got this at 30% or at 30% instead of the full price.
Wow. Okay. So it's really no one. And okay, so talk about how the Dress Fiend came about.
So the Dress Fiend came about 10 years ago. So fiend, right? Fiend is somebody who craves something. And I am transparent. I like talking about, I had a problem with alcohol. My name is Phoebe. I'm an alcoholic. I have 3.5 years sober. 10 years ago is when I first realized I was an alcoholic. So I was a fiend towards alcohol. I got sober and I decided to channel those fiend-like qualities into the art of dressing and my obsession for dresses. I was working at the Crocker. I started a blog, The Dress Fiend, because I really wanted to turn that negative into a positive. Wow. And I did. I became known in town. I would ride my bike every day with my high heels and shoes on.
High heels and your dresses and flair. You had flair. I can remember seeing you going, who the hell is that?
Yep.
Her.
And I was able to, I had no car. I lost everything, but I was able to channel that and just one of the best things that could ever happen to me. And I had a relapse about 4 years ago after my mom passed away. It was really bad. Again, I lost everything again. But in that, my life is
talk about that loss. So in recovery and lots of recovery people think, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not.
Yeah.
Or something really bad happens. How long was it from you had that drink again to where you lost everything?
It happens so quickly. I mean, I am one of those people that will take a drink and then 2 weeks later I'm back in the ER. It took about a month, but I hadn't had a drink in 5 years. And so all of a sudden my body went directly back. And that's where I know I call it the ism.
Uh-huh.
I am an addict. I am an alcoholic, and that is okay. I have a disease.
Yeah.
And I had 6 months it was horrible. I lost all the money. I lost half of my work. I mean, I lost a lot. And it was I was institutionalized,
Yeah.
hospitalized, detox, rehabs. And I talk about this because it seems shameful, but there isn't shame. When we take the shame out of that, we can recover. And the more that we talk about this, Tina, the more we can help people. And you can get this life beyond your wildest dreams. I mean, really.
Yeah. Well, and so you stopped drinking again. Did you get into a good program? And yeah.
It took me a while. I mean, I had to do a few rehabs,
Yeah. Okay.
detox.
Well, it's just keep coming back. That's what they say. Keep coming back.
Yes. And the beauty, like I told you before, I used to go to UC Davis ER.
Uh-huh.
And I stayed friends with the drug and alcohol counselor. And when I got some sobriety under my belt, they asked me to be a part of the substance abuse committee at UC Davis with the psychiatrists, the doctors, as an advocate. So I now get to go out and help be a part of the solution. I mean, I love fashion, but this is really like my heart is so into recovery.
Yeah. Well, and figuring out how do you get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you got out of that by getting into dresses.
Yeah.
So it's like one obsession for the next, but one is healthy and one is not.
That's the thing. Find something that just brings you tremendous joy.
The joy factor is like, joy has been my mantra word throughout the whole COVID.
Really?
It is. It's like we started our ceramic studio in August of 2020. And it is just pure joy. You have to come over and make bowls with me.
I love that. I've seen some of your work and it's beautiful.
Yeah. We can make some bowls and talk and talk and talk. And it is just pure joy. I love it.
That would be fun.
So with your, let's talk more about you. I want to talk more about the process of, let's say local, not online, but local stores.
Sure.
You want to talk about some of the local places that you go to?
Absolutely.
Are you giving up your secret tips?
No, I tell them myself all the time. That's what I do on TikTok and Instagram because I like sharing.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hold things in. The young kids call it gatekeeping. Like if they don't tell, I don't want to gatekeep anything.
Okay.
I'm going to do this quick. So there are thrift stores, there are buy, sell, trade, there are consignment, it's vintage, and then there's estate sales. But local charitable thrift stores, those small charitable thrift stores are the gold mines, especially for really unique vintage and designer. That is my experience. I teach people. I love Fab Finds on Fulton, which is run by the Assistance League and all run by volunteers, and all the money raised at that goes directly to the community in Sacramento. Amazing.
So that's great. That's great. You're getting what you need. You're having fun. You're on a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
And you're supporting communities. Like, how cool is that?
I call it feel good fashion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's a favorite of mine. I love them. The Discovery Shop, which is run by the American Cancer Society, has 3 locally. Fabulous. I found a 1964 Chanel suit. Yeah. That's my baby. That was the find of all time. I found that there.
It was in your size.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. That's just
crazy.
Crazy.
The thrift gods they blessed me that day.
And then you did the Snoopy dance. So did you come right home and were you doing videos then? Do you just like do your video and like, look what I found?
Yeah, I ended up doing it. That was one of my TikToks that went viral.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I mean, people felt it. It's not just me. And it was such a unique item. I mean, it's hard to find something that collectible.
Yeah.
But there's other great ones,
Well, I have to tell you about my big find. My big find was like 10 years ago at Thrift Town on Stockton Boulevard.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in and I'm looking at all the pins and the glasses and stuff, and there's some 1950s turquoise Ray-Bans And I went, oh, let me try those on. I put them on. They were my prescription.
Stop it.
I swear, my prescription. And I walked out of there with $1.50. Ray-Ban 1950s, and I wore them for years. They were just
the thrift gods blessed you too, Tina.
Yep. Yep, they did.
I love that.
My prescription. All right, so a couple others. Any others?
So those are two. I mean, those are thrift stores. The Buy Sell Trade Crossroads Trading Company has been a favorite of mine for years. I've been thrifting there since I was 12. I have pictures even of some of my stuff. Love them. You can actually sell stuff, use the trade, and get other. So that's a nice thing too. So if Freestyle Clothing Exchange, consignment, article consignment is just fabulous. And here's one of my favorite things, Tina. Once a month, the Sacramento Antique Fair, it's the second Sunday of the month, is hands down my favorite. My best vintage.
Yeah.
You can bargain. I mean, it is insane in the membrane fun.
It's fun. So you're doing all the things that are fun about shopping.
Yeah.
No, you're just not walking in there paying that high dollar. You're negotiating. Well, I could go $30 on this, but I can't go any higher, right?
Absolutely. I tell people that's part of the fun, especially at the antique fair. I mean, people expect you to bargain.
Yeah. Yeah. So how about, have you ever gone out to Denio's? Do they ever have?
I've not done Denio's. I know I've thought about it, but I've not done Denio's. I do a lot of the antique fairs like Alameda, Sacramento Antique Fair.
Okay.
I do love yard sales, and estate sales are a gold mine too. Love estate sales. Here's a tip. So download estatesales.net.
Okay.
And you can put your zip code, and you can see what estate sales are happening in the next 7 days.
Now, are the people that are running the estate sales, are they more knowledgeable now and put higher prices on things, or what do you find?
Yeah. But a lot of times you still find good ones. I mean, I found one a couple of years ago where every vintage piece was $1. I mean, really. So just keep your eye out. I mean, you just never know. And oftentimes these estate sales on Sunday. So the first day is full price, but Sunday everything goes half off or 75% off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have
they want to clean it out.
Yeah. So go on that day.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now tell me about the workshops. Go into a little more information on the workshops. Like, how do you sign up and what are you going to charge? Do you know yet?
I think I'm going to do $35 for this one for each, and have it be interactive. I've had so many people who want to do this. It's going to be kind of my baby and my little test run. So again, I'm going to do it probably in February towards the end. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, the Dress Fiend, I'm going to roll out information. I have a link right now there. And if you are interested in the mystery boxes too, email me and let me know. And next Thursday, I'm actually going to do one of my live sales. So I'll be selling that. But yeah, the workshops, again, I'm going to do styling. I'm going to do thrifting 101. And then vintage too. People don't know how to look for vintage and how to identify if something is 1930s versus maybe 1940s, right? And so I'm going to go through that and kind of help people, and also how to spot it. Something made in China is not going to be vintage, but something made in Hong Kong is. And vintage is considered anything 20 years or older now.
Okay. All right.
Basically, all this knowledge that's been here my whole life.
And now you can share it. Now you can sharing is caring. Yeah. So for $35, there's a workshop that's about an hour long.
Yeah.
And it's online.
Yeah, it will be Zoom based. It will be online.
Okay. I love it. I love it. And everybody should be following you on the Dress Fiend on Instagram. Now, what is it the same on TikTok?
It's the same on TikTok.
Okay. So tell me, let's get a little marketing, because I know that you're a marketer.
Yeah.
Why is TikTok better than Instagram?
Okay, 100% right now. Here's my thing. YouTube. What are they doing right now? YouTube Shorts. Instagram. What are they promoting now? Reels. Everybody is trying to compete with TikTok. TikTok isn't going away because you have such an opportunity on TikTok to go viral, unlike any of these other platforms. for example, when I did the mystery boxes and I launched it, I had one go viral at almost 1 million views. I sold out and I had 150 people on my wait list. That wouldn't happen on, I love Instagram, don't get me wrong, but that's not going to happen there.
Yeah.
So your opportunity for growth and to promote just you or your business is exponential. I run social media accounts for some companies, and I've been doing, I pay attention to what's trending right now, 7-second videos with graphics. I'm doing that for my other company. I've gotten them almost 2,000 new followers in a month. That's not going to happen right now. So it is incredible. And the algorithm puts people on your page that genuinely like, for example, thrifting for me, vintage, recovery. I have so much fun, and I really feel like I can be myself on there.
Well, isn't it the truth? Is that, when you can be truly vulnerable,
Yeah,
on a platform like TikTok, people see it.
They do,
and they want to connect with you. So,
absolutely.
Tell me about the mystery boxes. How do you determine what goes into a mystery box?
So before I do curated ones, which is my labor of love, I'll do some of those, but probably at a higher price. But I'm going to do sized ones, so small to 2X. And I'm going to do a mix of some like designer pieces I find, maybe a little vintage. So it's a mix of clothes and accessories, and everything will go together. And I'll have a little sheet in there that basically tells you how to style all this stuff.
So how do they sign up for that?
On my Instagram, there's a link there. It says to email me. I've been rolling them out on my Instagram live sales. So if you're interested, you can either email me and let me know that you want one, or you can join my live next Thursday where I'll roll out a few.
Oh, very fun. And so, and you're surviving on this.
Yeah. I mean, I have my business where, I do marketing and social media for companies, and I'm building this business too. I mean, my last sale I did, I sold out everything in an hour. I mean, it was insane. And it was a lot of my TikTok followers who came to Instagram to buy the stuff. Again, TikTok is gold right now.
Wow. All right. So you and Keith, who's watching this, I haven't seen him comment at all, but you need to get together so that we can figure out more about TikTok, because that's the magic place, I think.
It is. And I'd be happy to give my tips. I was so against it 2 years ago, and now I'm really passionate. I think that every company can really benefit from this. I was just watching something yesterday with the Washington Post, who has 1.5 million followers. And it's, here's this kind of, they're not a boring newspaper, but now they've got this TikTok that makes news fun and engaging. It's really, really fascinating.
So it's all about keywords, so people can find you.
Yeah. It's keywords. It's the hook. I mean, I could probably do a whole workshop just on the power of TikTok and how to use it for your business.
Oh man. So we have 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Give me that synopsis. Is like, who is Phoebe? What's the Dress Fiend? And give me your spiel, the 2 minute.
Sure. I'm Phoebe. I'm somebody who loves sustainable fashion. I used to be embarrassed by it, and now I'm not. One of my favorite quotes is by Dr. Seuss. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? I always encourage people to stand out. Don't be afraid to be who you are. I'm also in recovery. I used to feel so much shame that I had alcoholism and drug addiction, and now I find power in that. Why? Because I get to be of service and to help other people. So fashion and sobriety go hand in hand for me, because to me, they help empower people and to live their best life. That is what it's done for me. I am grateful. I don't regret anything. And I'm here to help people, be it through fashion, be it through service or sobriety. And I'm excited for this next year and taking my knowledge of thrift, sustainable fashion into a business and to teach people to do what I do.
It is awesome, because you get to do what you do. I do what I do because I love it. I am joyful about my work every day, and to find other people that have found that joy. You've just done it because it was joyful, and now you're turning it into a business. This is like magic. This is magic for the rest of your life.
Thank you. You're magic, Tina.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being on the show. And everybody, next Tuesday at 11, we'll be here talking to Kathy, I think, from Hispanic Chamber. Is that who we're talking to?
Oh, she's great.
She's great. Yeah. So we'll learn more culture about our community next week. And everybody, we'll see you next week. Thanks, Phoebe. I love you. Bye-bye.
I love you too. Thank you, friend.
Okay.